I've been thinking about it for a while, and I thought like the best way to get blocks in the box accurately, we maybe have like two of those suction things that rotate upwards and then drop the blocks. I don't know if it's possible or not, because I don't do that kind of stuff.
I think the main problem would be getting the suction.
Yeah, the suction's the problem. I don't know how to do it.
Unless you had something that had like
They have it.
pinchers, or that had, so you have to have two motors.
Yeah, they have pincers, like there are two pincers to pick them up and then rotate upwards and then drop.
So, and then another problem is this motion, is the rotating up motion.
If you said, depending on like if you have it going like this, rotating it up from the downward position could literally just be like that.
Could just be a turn.
It could just be one turn.
It could be one turn.
In which case you could also automate it so that once something like gets clamped, it automatically rotates upwards.
You hearing what your programmer's saying? He's saying you feel confident you could program it.
I think so, yeah.
So, how do you make that a reality?
I think that falls under the category of just like complexity. I think we should try and keep things as simple as in concept and execution as possible.
So, or you mean the vacuum aspect of that, or the suction cup aspect of that is a little odd?
Or the
Or
clamp.
is it a little
The
hard,
clamp part's
right?
more realistic.
Like just minimize the places where a failure could happen.
Well, we could definitely still like handing off that idea.
Well, I mean, like I'm not just like outright text saying no. It's just like keep that in mind.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we could change the suction cup and have it be like sort of like a claw, and it like reaches down, and then like I like the pivot concept of the trunk. We just need to.
So, I don't want to make decisions for you. I want you to make your own decisions about what it is that you want to do. I'm trying to get my head around all the different pieces that we're doing right now. We're trying to work on t-shirts, so we've got a logo thing going. If you guys, so it sounds to me we're still with two ideas. You've got this one, and then you've got one that acts like an arm and an assembly line, which is great, but you guys have to figure out how that's going to happen and how that one's going to happen. Do you want both on the robot? Or do you want one on the robot?
We don't have enough motors for that first.
You can't, so we have 8 motors we can use.
4 of them seem to be dedicated to wheels only, so that leaves us with 4 motors and 3 tasks to do. 1 task when it's impossible without 2 motors.
Okay. You need, right, 2 motors for the sweeper, or for the,
Unless they were the other kind.
2 motors for the sweeper. There would still be 2 motors for my idea too. And it takes at least 2 motors if you want to haul the thing up to the bar. I don't know.
Not
Motor
just
problems.
one.
Well, it
Depending
depends
on how
on
light
the
it
type
is.
of motor that it is. We have 8 of the that kind of motor, and we have 16 of the smaller.
So maybe we get 16 servos to haul it up.
do you have a maximum of, do you have a maximum of the smaller ones that you can use?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
16.
16.
16.
So saying we get 16 of those, we all dedicate. Just the servos.
Well, we also have to program.
Well,
Yeah.
part of me wants to let you explore the idea of the grabber. But then part of me says, no, you have to move forward, you have to get this done. So I'm with you, it's so hard when you're creative like this and you have all these ideas to stop one, and I see what we got here, because you all have awesome ideas. But I think as a team, you guys are gonna have to decide where you wanna go from here. If you wanna work on both, then I think it's gonna take everybody's energy to do that. You might have to take a break on a couple of things to get the robot built.
Exploring things is probably fine. This one will problem with
Well, I like his optimism. I mean, I like his optimism.
routine.
Do you guys, one thing that adults do when they're working in an environment like this, when they have a deadline and they have a team of people working, they say, okay, we'll give ourselves 2 weeks, and if we haven't done it by 2 weeks, then we move on to something else. Or they say, I'll give myself 2 days to get this far, or 2 sessions to get this far. So if you decide you want to do both as a team, then maybe some limitations on how much time we'll spend on that. Or if as a team we say, no, we're just gonna go with one thing and we're gonna get really good at that one thing, that's fine too. I'm not making this decision for you, you guys are gonna have to hash this out, talking. Decide where you wanna go from here. Tyler, don't laugh. So what are you thinking?
I feel like we have like a lot of people that are like, could be like really great builders and stuff, and sometimes they just like automatically discount themselves and say that they can't build or whatever. And I feel like if we like brought those people in and like put them on teams of people that were trying to build the separate ideas, that we could actually accomplish the different things if we had like everybody work together. But
What do you think?
I feel like, if we, I feel like some fragmentation is good, but I feel like we're kind of too fragmented right now. I feel like what we should almost, I mean, we might have just done this, I'm not sure, I was, thinking of anything, I was hoping the Bears for people to be here, but, if we like to sit down and make a list of what we're doing, is that might be what that is.
Not really, we didn't take the time to do that.
But I think we should just see specifically what everybody's doing, and then if it's necessary, and then if it's not, or if we don't think that it'll be in the final product, I'm sorry, you're trying to see me.
Alright.
Then we can just like cross it off and have them join another group, because I feel like, I don't know.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Can we change the name first of all?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
it's a good name.
alright, so,
Tell us
Wesley, you
some
are
now.
writing this down. We're just gonna make a list of the things that we're just gonna throw out there. Name change, maybe one thing. But we don't need a whole team to do
Communist
name
Americans.
change, okay? We can get through that.
But that's actually a thing.
I think we're communist Americans.
No,
American.
I'm not letting you do that.
That's what we like to do.
Alright, I think name change is a great name
Neon
for a
cheese.
group. It's a great name for a team. Name change, I like it,
That'd be epic.
I like it. Says about where we are,
There's a
okay.
band called.
So, David, I'm gonna pick on you for a second, what are you working on?
I guess the most thing, like, not really interesting.
Okay, so if we
That's also
change the
part of
name,
the.
because the logo's really high. So if we change the name, the logo's a little bit different, and that's something that might could be done after the robot's built,
Get a program.
or after we get some major parts together. I guess I'm asking you, can you take a break on what you're doing and join us for build? Maybe, yes?
Yes.
Yes. So you could write over to the side, you could write David,
That's not a problem.
because he can be a builder now.
Then it's still black. Is that not? This is this way.
Do it like Daniel instead.
Can you guys direct this yourselves? And everybody just go around and say what you're working on, whether you're working on
Leslie, could you write Daniel instead?
Walker?
Alright, I'm working
Oh, we just need a
on
program.
grappling hook to replace the arm, to replace the
But it has to
hanging
stay
arm,
on the Wi-Fi.
and that'll only use
So once the program's
one
on here, it needs to stay on.
DC motor and one servo motor
Oh,
probably.
okay. Yeah, that's
It'll be a little bit easier to
Because
do
I
I
need
think
USB to Ethernet.
than an actual arm.
Program. Okay.
So do you want, so you're good working on that by yourself, do you think?
Yeah, or if someone else wanted to help me, then that'd work also.
Okay, so do you have some sort of like time limit that you wanna give yourself to get this working?
I'm going sample.
If there's pieces that are easy to use for it, then it could take like 1 or 2 days. But if I have to look for things, then it'll take 2 or 3 probably.
Okay, so,
Yes.
My only problem with grappling hook is if we miss, it's over.
But if it's reloadable.
But if you have two,
I'll go anything to reload it. I mean,
Just pull it back in.
yeah, but it would probably get cut off.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get caught on the bar.
That's the point. That's.
It won't miss though.
It won't.
I mean, say we
Stand on
I mean, say we have a.
I say just like fire like five
Like,
grappling hooks.
And then he has a seizure for some reason.
I mean, you guys have some serious
Launch.
user error in this.
Wait,
The giant ball.
Sure, that's
Maybe
allowed.
launch it
At the very beginning.
Well, if it's a grappling hook, it might hit a long wall and bounce off, I don't know,
the challenge?
just saying.
Yeah, it's not allowed.
Yeah, it's probably allowed as long as the judges don't consider it dangerous.
Alright, so
That's probably.
Walker, so your time
It's a
limit for
projectile.